The following episode has been paid for by the New World Order.
What's up, everybody? That's right. Now, see, what you should have done is got the screen that actually has the following announcement on it, or like try to edit that shit in later in post-production or something. That shit's funny.
This episode's always also brought to you by Nikki.
That's well, we can't show that though, because she'll kick our ass. And you mentioned it's gonna. God damn it, Jay! You get our asses whooped and shit.
You know who we are. We are the dads, here for another episode, filming in May. This is September or October by now.
We're ready in May 2016. It's time for the party next week.
That's right.
NWO 1 week away. Woo! Throw it up. Pow! Boom! There it is. Alright, anyway.
And today we're here to discuss another one of your lovely fan-submitted topics.
On the tweeter.
Yes, on the Twitter.
Why your voice is cracked?
Another one from Mike270 at Mike X270.
Yes,
That's right.
Yes.
He wanted to know our top 5 best personal live experiences. Now, I take that to mean live events that we attended.
Okay, because I was going to go crazy and, like, you know, time I met Hogan and stuff.
Well, because I think if he wanted to know that, he would have asked the top 5 best interactions.
Okay.
Wrestler interactions or something like that.
Because one of my top 5 live event moments has a wrestler interaction there involved.
Yeah, there's
I actually quite a few of them do. Yeah, honestly.
There's a couple of those for me too, but you know.
Yeah, you know. But off the top of my head, because I'm doing this totally off the cuff. This is a complete surprise to me.
Because Jeff didn't want to take the time to do this. He was talking to his friend.
I was talking to my friend. That's right, and my brother, because he had to call. Because he calls a lot.
For the 7th time today.
That's right, 7th time today. That's right.
We can't do a first time in forever joke with your brother because he blows you up like 20 times a day.
It's a true story, but we love him anyway.
Do you want to go to Disneyland? It doesn't have to be to Disneyland.
Be California Adventure.
Okay, bye.
Frozen on the show.
We're going to hell.
Frozen and NWO on the same show. Pow! There we go. Very good. All right. Boom! All right. It's going to be a long 2 years. It's going to be a long 2 years before we get this party. Lord help us. That's right. It's forever.
Hold on, let me do it Rodman style.
Because Rodman didn't know what the fuck he was doing because he was always drunk on the show. God bless Dennis Rodman and his NWO style. Good grief.
So the top 5 best personal live experiences. Go ahead, sir.
Alright, well, I'm going to just go off the top of my head, like I said. One of them is not necessarily my experience, it's one of my brother's. But we went to an event at the world-renowned Los Angeles Sports Arena. And I want to say it was June of 1991. And we were... Cause the sports arena is much like the Forum. There's an upper level and a lower level. We were on like the very base of the upper level. And walking around the concourse there was Fred Ottman, Tugboat at the time.
Okay.
And my brother, who was, God, he would have been 4. Yeah, he was 4.
Your brother who wasn't blowing your phone up then.
That's right. Leave Patrick alone. Jesus Christ. I'm going to hell for this one.
But that was our gimmick, man.
I know, but still.
Hashtag shenanigans.
I know, but still. We were, my dad and I and my brother were all up, and my brother was in my dad's arms at the time because he was still, you know, do that. And Tugboat looked up our way, just happened to look our way, and my brother does the tugboat, like right at Tugboat, and Tugboat looks up and goes, right at us. It was like, fuck yeah! I mean, I'm not saying fuck yeah at 8 years old, but you know.
You could have been.
I could have been.
Kids these days.
Kids these days. But kids back then had to respect him.
That was true. An 8-year-old back then said that his dad would have been like, PAH! Jeff would have gone flying up against the popcorn stand and shit, a la Maven and the Undertaker, just psh.
And Tugboat would have been like, I approve.
Stat Boy approved.
Yeah, Tugboat approved.
Yes, I'm here too.
Shockmaster approved.
Shock. Oh.
Oh.
So are you saying it was George Lucas approved? Is that what you're saying?
Sorry.
And if I may, Mr. Meacham, after you two are done, I've got some moments too.
Oh, sure. That's what the hell. We'll call it the Dads and Stat Boy episode. There you go. Whatever.
Thank you.
The Dads and Stat Boy sharing hour.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aww, because
right.
sharing is caring.
Yay. 2 and 3 or 3 and 2, however you want to say it, the Hall of Fames I attended. With the 2005 Hall of Fame, for me it was very emotional because it was Hulk Hogan's induction. and Hulk Hogan. He was dressed in black. It was still Hulk Hogan. And the whatever many-minute ovation that he got when he walked out there. Yep. Not even that. Just the initial clapping and cheering that when he first walked out there, and showing the big screen to us all at the Universal at the time amphitheater, pre-Gibson.
Pre-Harry Potter ride.
Right, seriously, Harry Potter World. A whole big old fucking land over there. Whenever they open it. Which probably might be open by now. Because it is, December 2015 after all. Whatever.
It's Grinchmas.
It's Grinchmas. It's Grinchmas at Universal, so we got Grinchmas Harry Potter. It's a good little land right there. Seeing the Big Show on the screen and seeing the tears just flowing down that giant face, like, God damn, this shit's real. I started crying. Stagger Lee started crying, I think.
Well, you're a blubbering mess anyway.
I am a blubbering mess, but when it comes to Hulk Hogan, very, very few times I don't cry when it comes to his comebacks or things like that. And
Hogan made me cry, so that says everything. And you know how anti-Hogan I am.
Yeah, I know you are. The fact that you're co-hosting NWO parties is an astonishment of itself.
Well, I got love for Nash, Hall, Vincent,
X-Pac.
X-Pac, who didn't rip his anus then.
Oh, man. I was going to the party. Now I can't. Oh, I guess I can. Just got to pay him. Whatever. I don't have, but,
Go to that. Hopefully we were at that House of Hardcore since it's already passed by the time this goes up.
That's true, yeah.
And we could have, given the pitch to Bischoff and Sean Waltman at the same table.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that when we were doing the party this morning. That's right. Okay. And in 2008, decent little class overall. I didn't like it was a good experience looking back, but at the time it's like Dwayne took forever to talk.
I know.
But looking back, it's like it was good, it was funny, it was entertaining, whatever. And then Flair's speech, of course, we all knew it was gonna happen the next day. It was gonna happen. And being there is one of my other moments for his last official WWE match. You got 70,000 people or whatever it was at the Citrus Bowl. Not a dry eye in the fucking place, including those in the ring and at ringside and everybody else. We were all blubbering fools. All 70, even my dad, who only cries when the King wins the Stanley Cup, and when his grandson's born. He was crying.
Which was like a week later.
It's like literally a week later, the Friday after WrestleMania. And then
Quick question
yes.
before you go to your last one.
Yes.
What do you think was a more emotional moment at WrestleMania? I'm sorry, I love you, the super kick 1, 2, 3 for Flair, or Paul Heyman's client Brock Lesnar conquering the streak? Because that was something that nobody thought they would see happen. And I'm completely serious. Yeah, I was like asshole-ish about the whole Paul Heyman way Heyman would say it, but it's a legitimate question. What do you think was a more emotional moment?
It really depends on if you were there or not. But I will say, watching it from across the country, like I did, or wherever WrestleMania was this year. Where WrestleMania this year?
Louisiana. New Orleans.
Almost across the country. Watching that on my laptop and seeing the streak end was brutal. It was heart-wrenching. And yes, it was Undertaker's decision. And yes, it was hard to take in and hard to this day, which is now 20 years later, to accept. But, WrestleMania 40, 10 years ago, whatever it was.
Because we just can't have many episodes in a week.
That's right, we did. True story. We're NWO 40th anniversary coming up this soon. Woo!
I'm pushing, 60 now.
So you're pushing 60. You look good.
Good, yeah.
You look good for 60, fool.
Hello, Ryan. It's the one and only step.
Is it fair to take Jane's line? Has this show gone butt fucking
Yes,
yet?
it always does when it comes to the NWO.
Yeah. What's my name again?
That's right.
What?
But honestly, I think Flair was more emotional because yes, we all knew, but we also all knew that Flair did not want it to be over. He proved that by staying involved for 2 more years. He proved that by going to TNA for the run he had in TNA with Immortal and Fortune. And the streak ending was inevitable. one way or the other, either undefeated and retiring, or somebody conquering it like Brock Lesnar did. I think the Undertaker sucked the air out of the arena by losing. I think the Flair thing was more emotional because we were all just crying and just over the moon. Just, this fucking sucks. We know he's 105 years old, but he shouldn't have to retire. So for me, I think Flair was. And again, going back as long as I do, it could go either way.
Okay.
But, okay.
And your
My last moment. Vegas. Gotta be. Not knowing, and the whole day itself was fucking great.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're sitting there in the June heat in Vegas, which was dumb shit's #1 right here. And then Chris and his pregnant, almost ready to pop wife waddling up there as hot as it was. Like, why would you bring her? Just, you wanted to smack him in his face. Seriously. Leave her home.
Or leave him in the desert, either way.
I did that to Mike Nagel 10 years ago. Whatever, I'm good on that. Nagel, you know I love you. Shut the fuck up and quit bitching, right? 6 years after we already filmed this. Just be quiet.
Stat Boy almost got buried in the Vegas desert one trip.
I can imagine.
That was our very first trip to Vegas together.
Which was 20 years ago then.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Well, 20 years ago, yeah, when we filmed this, 40 years by the time it goes up.
That's right. We're talking like 50 years in the past when they were in Vegas.
Hey, remember that time we went to Vegas? Yeah.
The old man was fucking killing me. I love this shit. Stat Boy films the show from now on. We just wait till he gets home from work every day. Even if it's at midnight. We're filming until 2. Whatever. I don't care. But yeah, the pipe bomb and the whole day of meeting Dolph and getting blown off by Arn Anderson was funnier than hell because Arn was just an old crotchety bastard, whatever. But
Lawler.
Masters, Booker.
Lawler, who wasn't having heart attacks then.
That's right. Vicky Guerrero for the 100th time we met her now. And having Cena come back after 2 teases of not coming back, he came back and met us both. It was really cool. He came over and met very few of us, but he took the time. He was very cool about that. And yes, it was provoked, but you know, whatever. But then going inside the arena and watching the whole 2 weeks worth of drama with the pipe bomb unfold was like, fuck, this is getting good. It made me, the pipe bomb made me believe. Because I had Rift blowing me up from Southern California on the phone going, what the fuck is going on? No DQ just crashed. I'm like, it sucks for you. Shit just got real in here.
Yep. So we were there for it.
We were there for it. Despite what Mike at 270 thinks.
That's right. Whose topic we're talking about.
That's right. That's right.
Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. That's my number 2. The
Okay.
pipe bomb. Being there for that.
Okay.
Number 5, my only WCW show I ever attended, Thunder, October 3rd, 2000.
Back when WCW was really bad, but okay.
Yeah, you know, I don't really remember much about the show, except that if you can find video on YouTube or, you know, some of those file sharing sites that share, you know, the full episodes and whatnot, you can see me pretty much throughout the entire show because I'm like 3rd row. But
where was that?
Long Beach Arena.
WCW was running small venues then.
But, you know, being on the rail and getting into it verbally with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Who was Team Canada?
Yes.
Damn him.
And then getting to meet an unmasked Rey Mysterio post-show because his wife and Dominic were 2 rows in front of me.
Please tell me you have a picture of Rey Mysterio with that. Oh.
I had used up all my film
on the
show.
Dates that shit. There you go,
Yeah, not digital. October 3rd, 2000. Not digital camera, actual, like those disposable cameras.
Cameras with a clicker. Yeah, exactly.
I used up all the film on the show, so I had no film to take a picture. But I caught Ray one day at Staples Center coming back from the gym with Johnny Stamboli, and he didn't have his mask on.
Nice.
So I have a picture with him unmasked to kind of make up for that.
Right.
But that was my first experience meeting Rey Mysterio. David Flair and a couple of the Nitro girls had done an autograph signing in the lobby pre-show.
Oh, nice.
So I met David Flair and then there.
And I think that was the day Tori Wilson dissed Long Beach, too.
Yes.
Did she really?
With Shane Douglas behind her.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Part of why I didn't like her for a long time until I got over the whole, you know, gimmick bullshit.
Yeah. What's funny about disposable cameras? I was in the storage unit a couple weeks ago. I found a Team LA,
which was 6 months ago then.
Yeah. Team LA labeled disposable camera.
Nice.
No idea what's on that fucking film.
Yeah, the developer.
I had to develop it just to see. I'm going to. I just gotta find it again and develop it because goddamn, this guy's shit on that camera.
Met Jimmy Hart that day.
Jimmy Hart was working for WCW then.
Met Kwee that day. Met Reno that day.
Kwee was the one that got him into the show.
I remember.
Met Stasiak, Palumbo.
Damn, that's cool. I met those guys later on, but yeah.
It was a really good day, and for as bad off as WCW was, it was still a very memorable day.
As long as you had fun, fuck. You know?
Number 4, July 21st, 2003, Raw at the Staples Center, Kane tombstones Linda McMahon.
This
was hot off of the heels of him having unmasked,
that was
going batshit crazy, building into SummerSlam with Shane.
Yeah, that was the last Raw before Vengeance that year, right? Because Vengeance was a SmackDown show. But
Kane was arrested, but being under arrest wasn't going to stop him from making money, so they were leading him to the ring in shackles and the Taz towel over his head and everything.
I remember that. Yeah. Damn. Saw Lily at Tombstone live. That's pretty wild.
She took it like a champ.
She sure did.
Number 3, July 16th, 2000, Heatwave 2000. The only time the real ECW came to the West Coast.
The only time it did, period. I don't think WWE ECW came to the West Coast. I don't think it did, if I recall.
It had to have, dude, because WWE ECW was around for a couple of years.
It was part of the SmackDown brand.
Exactly, and so there had to have been a show out here, SmackDown, where they filmed ECW too.
And by then it wasn't really ECW at all anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. Alright. I remember seeing it live, so.
But it was a great day. Met New Jack, of course. Met Blue Boy, not the Blue Meanie, because he had shed all the weight.
Yeah, he gained it all back, unfortunately.
Jasmine St. Clair, Mikey got punked out by New Jack.
Yes.
It's a great day, Tater.
That's right.
I'll go into further that into my part.
Number 2, like I said, the pipe bomb. You touched on just about everything that needs to be said about that, so I'll move on.
Okay.
Number 1, I'm surprised you didn't mention this one. February 10th, 2003, Austin returns after the camera cuts off at Staples Center, going into No Way Out 03.
I completely forgot about that. That's like 1A.
Fucking Staples Center roof blew the fuck off that building.
Put it this way, very rarely would you see Rift and Nagel have a complete mark the fuck out moment. Both of them were going nuts, and so was our buddy Austin and me. All 4 of us were going fucking crazy because nobody expected that.
It was just fucking insane. It was about as loud as when fucking Gabby scored that overtime goal against the Ducks in Game 1, the playoffs this year.
At
Honda Center blew the fuck up. Same fucking thing.
Yeah, honest to God, we all knew that the return of Stone Cold was imminent. It was just a matter of when.
Indeed.
And, for...
So you get on camera?
Oh, he's doing... Alright, whatever. Shows you what I know I'm doing on my own fucking show. It's all good. It's all good. But for me, that moment was just crazy because I swear to God, I remember seeing this. I remember them seeing Test the Stone Cold Titantron briefly when we were coming in. I'm like, wait a minute. And then, boom, the glass breaks and shit hits the fan. Step Away is here on the Jeff Beecham YouTube channel. On Dad's on Wrestling. I was actually just presenting you, but okay, you can high five.
And congratulations, I'm glad you had your beer.
That's right. Where's my beer can?
You drank it 4 months ago.
I drank it 4 months ago.
Wait, you still have it?
I still have the can.
Oh
That's
my
right.
God.
He saved the can.
I saved the can.
For celebration purposes.
I saved the can. There it is.
There it is. There's the proof.
Tall boy.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
it's got an angel logo on it too. Look at that.
You bought that on purpose.
I did not. You said you wanted Coors Light. I got you a Coors Light.
I'm the water, which has been sitting here for 3 months, but
Just to prove that, it was Anaheim that got owned.
All right.
What are your live bet moments, Step
Yeah,
Away?
my moments, well, I have to piggyback on my brother here. Number 5 was definitely ECW Heatwave at the Grand. He touched on New Jack. New Jack came out on crutches, and it's like, I was trying to act all badass because I was in downtown LA, and I looked at it and I go, hey, New Jack, who fucked you up? I said that. And he looked at me and he goes, do you even watch? I go, yeah, I missed last week's episode. He goes, there's a balcony. I jumped off it. I missed. It's like, ooh.
Which is like 2 months before that, but you know, whatever.
So, yeah. And of course, seeing RVD go coast to coast for the first time with the Van Terminator.
Debut.
Is like, that was amazing in itself. We were right on we were the first row of the second level, so we had a great shot of the ring and everything. I think I may have dressed up as Spike Dudley. I don't remember. If I had the tie-dye and the overalls on, I think I did. I don't know. The riot with who rioted that day? SPW. With just before the Credible and Dreamer match. I love that. EC fucking W. And the crowd goes wild. Number 4 would have to be the Austin return. I was in tears that night.
There you go.
I did not want to see Vince McMahon's ass. This thing before.
I remember.
Hey, I will have you know that my ass is on national television. It does tricks. And it's like, ooh, okay, Vince, pull your pants up.
I am so glad the No Way Out 03 DVD kept that moment for all posterity as far as the post-show stuff.
Posterity.
Yeah, posterior even.
We love posterior.
But yeah, the post-show and Rob Off the Air stuff is all on the No Way Out 03 DVD extras. So if you ever, we should watch it tonight. 4 months ago. We should watch it tonight. Anyway,
number 3, I don't really have the date, but I think it was DX in LA when
everybody joined DX.
Everybody joined DX.
I was there for that. That shit was funny.
My favorite DX promo. I love that.
Great Khali joined DX. Yeah. Fucking
the Boogeyman. He said, "Oh, I'm the Boogeyman, right? Coming to join DX."
Yeah. What was cool about also featured Stone Cold in the beer truck with Santino. Same show.
And Maria in the blue dress.
Maria in the blue dress. What was left of it by the time he was done with it?
Oh yeah.
Hey-o.
Triple H. Yes, that is a midget between my legs.
Maria, who wasn't naked then.
No, she hadn't done
yet. I bit my tongue.
Ooh, that hurts.
That's what I get for trying to dog Maria naked. Sorry, Mike Bennett.
Lucky bastard. Okay, number 2, my first Raw ever. It was my birthday weekend, and that was the day that Rikishi was revealed as the one that hit Stone Cold.
You were at that Raw.
I was. Well, also that was also the day that Al Snow came out in Greece. The Titantron came up. I see the Greek flag. It's like, what are you doing? And then I see him coming out in the leather jacket, and then William Regal's on commentary. He goes, "What is Al Snow doing? Greece is one of the best countries in the world, and he's besmirching Greece." And I'm just sitting there like, wow, my heritage is right there, and all that. Honorable mention goes to a Monday Night Raw where we were ringside. You remember that one, Renegade? We got to meet Cena, JR, and King. We were right on the corner. And Cena tossed us his hat, and I almost caught
Teresa
his hat.
got it.
Teresa got it. Still has to this day.
Signed by him after the match.
Yep.
That's an honorable mention. And number 1 has to be going to WrestleMania 21. That was the greatest. Just to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't mention my first WrestleMania, and I should have.
Yeah, you should.
WrestleMania 21 would be an honorable mention for me, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a fantastic WrestleMania.
It wasn't. Neither was mine.
It's my only WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But I thought the other moments were just that much better for
2000,
moments.
2008 were my WrestleManias, and they were both decent little shows, but they weren't like 30 or 20 or whatever. All right. Getting the wrap up from the Renegade. Double R there. Very good. The Machine Show has been paid for by the new world.